Well, good morning and thanks for joining us again on Shop South Mississippi. We are talking today with Benjamin Rinker with Brink Nano Protection. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So we live in the South. That's no surprise to anyone. If you're watching this and you don't know you're in the South, surprise. 30-year roofs when they're brand new are just not 30-year roofs in this area of the country. Because we have storms, we have hurricanes, and we don't often have tornadoes. When we do, it takes one to ruin a day, right? And I get that. So, but typically hurricanes, big storms, those storms that pass through in the spring, they cause wear and tear to the shingles, and they're not cheap to put those roofs back up. So tell us what Brink Nano Protections is.
So Brink Nano Protections is an authorized installer and reseller of Go Nano products. Go Nano is a protective coating that goes on your roof. They call it, it's nano because it's like 30 times smaller than a human hair. And so you're talking extremely small particulate or particles that penetrate the substrate of your shingle and reinforce it. And if any science nerds are out there, it actually creates a molecular lattice structure which reinforces your shingles. And then that coating stays for 10, 15 years. And so one of the best things about it is that you can take your normal roof and you actually upgrade it to impact resistant. And so that's one of the big primary things. The weather or the water intrusiveness goes away because it's a hydrophobic coating. And so you can basically prolong, especially with if you have a brand new roof, you can stave off for about 10 years of that initial cycle of wear on your roof.
Is this something that you want to do when you get a new roof, or is this something you want to do 10, 15 years down the road? What's the best practice there?
So if you have a brand new roof, I recommend within the first 5 years you get Shingle Saver, which is the purple bottle right here. Yeah, that's the best thing to do, because imagine if you had a brand new car and you could, someone said, hey, if you pay, 10% of what you paid for the car, your odometer won't turn over for the next 10 years.
Done.
That's pretty obvious, done. Right? Like everyone would be like, yeah, sign me up for that immediately. Sure. Shingle Saver essentially does that. It starts the wear 10 years after your roof is installed. So you could keep reapplying it every 5 years or so, and your roof would essentially not see any wear.
So you have some architectural shingles here, right?
Yeah.
And so the thing about the shingles, right, and you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not the subject matter expert here, but they're supposed to, when the wind blows, they lift up. They're supposed to be pliable, because when they bend and tear off, that's when they're old, they're dried out. That's when it's time to get a new one. This is actually going to slow that process.
It actually locks them down.
Wow.
So whenever you spray it on and as it penetrates in here, these shingles are going to be able to withstand 120 mile-an-hour winds. Now there's video of it. They have a test that they do that's 2 hours long of 120 mile-an-hour wind.
Sustained.
That's just straight on it, and none of them peel back. And so that's another thing when we're talking about hurricane season, because with the Shingle Saver and the Revive product, which Revive is for a roof, it's about, if you have after 5 years old to 10 to 15 years old, if it's inspected and you're good, you spray Revive on there and you get the same quality. So if you have an older roof, it's okay, you can still use it. So you spray it on there, you put it on there, and then you have the wind resistance, you have the impact resistance, which it upgrades it from any class to a class 3 shingle with one coating. It goes to a class 4 shingle, which is like premium. All the roofers are going to know class 4 is an expensive shingle. Sure. So you can take a class 1 shingle, spray this on it, instantly a class 3.
Well, we've been putting some video up on the screen of the process. Looks like we're just spraying there on the roof. Suffice it to say, you said 120 mile-per-hour winds. For those of you who were not hearing around, that's not much less than what Katrina was. Now, Katrina was there are wind gusts involved and there are tornadoes involved, but we're talking about 120 miles an hour sustained for a couple of hours is what this video shows, and they're not moving. That in and of itself is is pretty impressive. You also take it a step further, and you can treat. You do concrete and wood saver as well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
There's another. It's concrete saver and there's wood saver. It's essentially the same hydrophobic coating that goes onto your concrete driveway or patio, whatever you want it on. Basically, if it's concrete, you spray it on there, and then the staining that you get, the nasty kind of graying that you get on concrete, like if you have brand new concrete and it's nice and it's pretty and you got that pure white concrete that's on there, and you spray this on it, you got a good 10 years before you have any staining on there.
And same thing with wood.
Same thing with wood.
I'm thinking about privacy fences.
Yeah, so that's what I was just about to say. If you get that fence, we all know the one that's been up there for 20 years, and it's like gray. It's gray.
Yeah.
And then they power wash it, and it's beautiful, and it lasts for like a year, right? Well, the next time you power wash it, we'll come out, we'll spray it over, and then you're gonna have that nice, pretty fence. It's gonna stay that way for another 10 years.
So we're going back to. What if? So I know that there's a price factored into this, but what if it says here that you guys do you've partnered with a finance company to do this?
Yeah. So I know finances suck right now. Everyone knows that. So
no good.
I wanted to make sure that someone could look at this and go, well, I can't afford a 10% cost of a roof replacement right now.
Sure.
So I wanted to go, well, if we can do that, then if you want this, we have Hearth Finance is who we paired with, and they will provide a monthly payment option. A lot of it has to with I think it's like 18 months 0% finance.
That's impressive.
And so if you got some good credit and you want to get this product and you want to protect your roof, especially. I saw that there was a hurricane out there that was a Category 5 at one point, and we were lucky it didn't come our way. I think about it every single time.
There were 4 major hurricanes just in 2025 alone.
Dang.
That were out there. Listen, and none of them have to hit. It only takes one to ruin the day, right? And when you're looking at your home, this is 9 times out of 10 the single most largest expense. You pour more money into your home than you do anything else, unless you own a boat. That's another story for another day. But like you pour more money into your home, it's your safe haven. It's where you go. It's where you're going to be when these storms, to ride out these storms, because a lot of folks, we're going to stay around. So this is going to help you prolong the life of that roof, prolong the life of the concrete, the fence. You dump a lot of money into this, and you want it to be that nice place that you come home to at the end of a long day to keep you and your family safe. So you see that information there at the bottom of your screen. You see the phone number, you see the website. Give Benjamin and his guys at Brink Nano Protections a call. They'll get you taken care of. Ben, thanks for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.